Welcome to the channel on the surf. Here is the family, Sandra, Hector and Jack. My name is Jimmy and we are the family that lives on the surf. Yeah, now we are back in the boat. And on today's work list, hooking up the water boiler with a new thermostat and so on to the solar charger. But first, the most important thing, the Swedish fika. So be back in a bit when we start working. Yeah, so now I think I have found the way for the cable. It's gonna, I don't know if you can see it. There's a hole. There is the MPPT. It's gonna come out. Where is it? There. I'm gonna run it here, all the way down there. Then it's gonna come up down there, hopefully, somewhere. Then run it here and over there. The water boiler is actually underneath that seat. So that white wire you can see there, that's the old 230 volt shore power cable. Yeah, so now I've just rough cut the wire, so it's a little bit too long, hopefully. And the excess I'm gonna use when I connect the thermostat and the switches and fuses and stuff like that. So let's see if we can run this wire. So poke it through. And I actually caught it through a zip tie as well, so perfect. So now it's just to feed it through. And yeah, I know I could have left the roll in the end, but I didn't do it. I didn't do that this time, since I needed I know I need a couple of small pieces of this wire when I do the connecting, so why not just overcut and make your life a lot easier. Yeah, that's enough. So now it's back to the engine bay and try and continue it through the boat. So now it's time to connect this. When you connect something, start at the thing that you need, that you want to connect, and work your way to the power source. That way you won't accidentally get power on the wire before everything is secured. So let's start back here. So now it's time to mount the thermostat. And I've ordered a thermometer, and as you can see it's pretty cold in the boat right now. And an on-off switch, so I can decide if I want the system on or off. Like if I leave the boat, I want to be able to turn it off without disconnecting the whole system. So, and it's also an indicator light, so I can check and see easy when the MPPT has turned it on. Yeah, so now it's just for me to figure out exactly where I want to mount it, and It's probably gonna be something like this. That one's gonna be there, and then to the sides up in the corner behind and the switch I'm probably gonna put up here in the corner behind this hose, just to prevent the kids accidentally touching it when they are playing around, and then this thermometer or something like that. So I'm just gonna make some marks, then it's time to start cut and drill. And then I'm gonna make one the same, but a red one, positive from the switch to the heater element, and that's the actual cable the powers to the boiler is gonna go through. Put the fuse holder on. Put the other part of the fuse holder. Yeah, now to the tricky part. So, do a pull check. Yep. Yeah, so now it says it's on. So let's check power here. Yes, there are power. So let's put the fuse in. So now we should have power back there. So let's go back and check. So let's see, it's off. I turn it on. Let's see, we have power there. So let's see, that one. Yeah, I have got it correctly connected. So as you can see now, we have power. And the little light on the switch is glowing. And if I turn down the thermostat, the circuit is still open, but it's also an indication that there are no power going through to the heating element. So I can leave that on, and I can also turn it off like that. So, perfect, we had got it working. So now it's just to let it be, and we have to wait until it's time to launch it to do a fully testing. But the batteries are full, the MPPT is set, so that it's only putting power to this when the batteries are full, and the solar power is actually putting in some power, and yeah, it works. At least it looks like it works. So fingers crossed, and let's wait for launching. Yeah, I can turn the load on off here just by pressing the OK button, and it will also work as intended. The only downside is that I had to trick the settings so that the battery voltage is bad and it turns off the load at around 27 volts. It's really high. It's basically what do you call it? Low voltage protection or something. So the only thing that is that, as you can see now, it's a happy face. It's only that function that's wrong, because it's gonna end up as sad face at around 28 volts something, and it's gonna say that the batteries are empty when it's at 27. So if you can live with that, it works perfect. It works as intended and it's good. So yeah, now it's time to see if we can fix the underwater lights. Otherwise I'm gonna remove them. So clean up in that cabin so I can lift the floorboard.